Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really powerful story about uncovering our unique talents and finding the actual, real-world secret to mastering any skill. We all want to succeed, right? Whether that's in our careers, our hobbies, or academics. But so often we just hit a wall. We get super frustrated, look at other people, and think, why is this so incredibly easy for them but a total grind for me? Well, we're going to dive into a story that completely shifts that paradigm. It's a simple narrative about a boy, his dad, and 3 life-changing challenges that hold some profoundly useful insights for all of us. Okay, let's get right into our roadmap for today. We'll start with the frustration of falling short, move into our first lesson on embracing unique strengths, check out Lesson 2 about how practice makes progress, hit Lesson 3 on why passion fuels discipline, and wrap up with our final takeaway. Section 1. The frustration of falling short. So our story starts with a 12-year-old boy named David. He comes home just utterly defeated after getting a terrible grade in math. He's usually this high-energy kid always outside playing, but right now he is entirely consumed by this academic failure. He's slouched on the couch, staring at his textbook, and he's stuck in this classic miserable trap. You see, David is a total natural at soccer, but he really struggles with numbers. Meanwhile, his close friend and neighbor, Matt, aces every math test without breaking a sweat, but is pretty hopeless on a soccer pitch. David's problem is that he keeps comparing his own math struggles directly to Matt's math success. He is completely ignoring the fact that he absolutely crushes it on the field. Measuring your weaknesses against someone else's strengths is a guaranteed recipe for misery. Seeing David so distressed, his father steps in. And thankfully, he doesn't just ground him or deliver some boring lecture. Instead, he sets up 3 practical, real-world challenges. He knows experience is a way better teacher than words, and he wants David to literally feel the answers. That brings us to Lesson 1, Embrace Unique Strengths. The dad's first challenge for David is simply to invite Matt to play a game of soccer. And, unsurprisingly, David absolutely dominates. He scores 3 goals, leading his team to a massive victory. Matt, 0 goals. Honestly, Matt fumbles the ball and struggles to keep up the entire game. He just isn't built for the sport. They still have a great time, but when David tells his dad what happened, the real purpose of this little experiment is revealed. His father delivers this crucial piece of wisdom. We're all different, and that's okay. We each have our own strengths and passions. Just like Matt isn't great at soccer but excels at math, David might struggle with numbers, but he is incredible at sports. We have got to stop judging ourselves by other people's metrics, because we all have totally different innate talents. You know the old saying, a fish shouldn't judge its ability to climb a tree? For David, this was a massive light bulb moment. Let's look at Lesson 2, Practice Makes Progress. Because his dad definitely isn't done yet. For challenge number 2, David has to observe Matt's daily habits at school to see exactly how he interacts with numbers. And what David finds is brilliantly simple. Matt wasn't just magically, effortlessly a math genius. He was actually seamlessly weaving low-friction practice into his everyday life. Sure, he worked on math problems, but he also solved puzzles just for fun. He'd calculate the exact change during recess. He'd even count the petals on a flower. Matt's brain was constantly engaging with numbers in a way that just felt totally natural to him. David reports back, and his dad drops lesson number 2. If you want to get better at something, you have to keep practicing. It doesn't always have to be difficult. The real engine of progress is consistent practice in things you actually enjoy. It can literally start with something as simple as counting flower petals. It's that daily consistency, not some grueling, painful intensity, that builds mastery. David plays soccer every single day because he loves it. Matt is just doing the exact same thing with math. Moving on to Lesson 3, Passion Fuels Discipline. Eager for the final lesson, David admits he thinks Matt is roughly 3 times better at math than he is. So, his dad issues the hardest challenge yet. Study math 3 times harder the next day to try and match Matt's level. Logic says, if Matt is 3x better, David just needs to exert 3x the effort, right? So David gears up, determined to crush this final test. But it is a total disaster. After an hour of intense focus, David pushes himself to do 2 more hours. It's an absolutely grueling study session, completely tripling his usual effort, and he entirely burns out. He ends up with a massive throbbing headache and actually falls asleep right at his desk in physical pain. He wakes up later feeling super disappointed, convinced he completely failed. But he didn't fail at all. He just lived the final lesson. When he apologizes to his dad, he hears this. When you study something you love, discipline and consistency feel much lighter. Forcing discipline onto something you absolutely dread is physically and mentally exhausting. It literally gives you a headache. But passion makes hard work feel entirely effortless. Think about it. David easily plays 3 hours of soccer without a single complaint, but forcing 3 hours of math was agonizing. Okay, so what's the big picture here? Let's get into the final takeaway. When you bring all of this together, these 3 distinct challenges form a really actionable philosophy for success. First, stop comparing yourself to others and embrace your unique strengths. Second, recognize that consistent, everyday, low-friction practice creates mastery. And third, passion is the secret ingredient that makes discipline feel effortless. Think about your own life for a second. Are you currently judging your math skills against someone else's soccer skills? Are you forcing a 3x effort into something that makes you miserable while totally ignoring the talents that come naturally to you? The father leaves David with this unforgettable piece of advice. Either study what you love or learn to love what you're studying. It is just a perfect framework for dealing with the reality of life. We all have things we are obligated to do alongside the things we actually want to do. If you have the choice, absolutely chase the things you love. But if you have to do something, like David needing to pass math, you've got to find a way to make it enjoyable. Find your own version of counting flower petals so the discipline doesn't break you. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought. Take a look at the tasks you've been dreading. What is the one thing you can learn to love today? How can you shift your perspective, lower the friction, and find just a tiny spark of joy or curiosity in that difficult task? Because if you can figure that out, you've unlocked the real secret to success. Thank you so much for joining me, and I really hope this helps you lean into your strengths today.